and we are working on where we left off the last time we went live. I think I'll be doing this live of a thing every 2 times in a week, that is on Wednesdays and Fridays. So if you are new here, please consider subscribing. It really does help my channel to reach to the right audience that are creative minds like me. So anyway, so today's live section, we are going to talk about in detail all that you need for a beaded project, beaded stickers project at home. This video, this live section is centered on beginners that want to explore their creative abilities. So if you're a beginner and you're enthusiastic, you're a beading enthusiast, and also you love exploring with things around you, you want to make things, you want to create things, now this live section is for you. So I'm going to um dive in and show you all the materials that I have here on the table that you are expected to have. Meanwhile, do not forget that you there are essential ones that you must have, and there are add-ons that maybe if you decide to explore further, you can get it to enhance and to make your work look very unique. And also there are also other ones that you use to identify that you create as your signature style. Anyway, as I told you, this is the bead of choice that we are going to be using, and we need to ensure that the whole project, which we started off with shades of brown, that they are that is cohesive. So the necklace has to have a brown thing to it, the earring, the bracelet, the slippers, the brooch, the cufflinks, as well as the beaded bag. So everything has to come in that line so that they can rhyme together. So this one is the bead of choice that I'm going to use. This is a 6 millimeter brown round, yes, that I have here. So I'm sure this one will be enough for me to this one will be enough for me to um this one will be enough for me to make the beaded zippers, and also any other, like we have um bag. So Andre is saying hello here. So to I'm trying to respond. Thank you. Hi Andre. So in this big section, what we are working on, we want to make a beaded slippers from scratch. And also I want you to know that this is something you can do at home, at the comfort of your home. You don't need to spend so much bucks to get all this stuff. So you need to just have it. You must be a creative mind one. You must be a beading enthusiast to be able to achieve all this. So that is really what we're working on here. And first off, this is a brand bead I want to be working with. So I'll just take you around all the materials that I have here. So a brand bead. Now yeah, you need a bedroom slippers. I have one here. I got a new one. So I've been exploring with that. So this is a bedroom slippers. You need it. This will serve as your sole. So you notice that these are the things that you can easily access from the comfort of your home. Now this is one that I have, and I have been able to line it with a leather, a shiny leather. So you need a slippers. Then you need the scissors. You need a scissors. I have scissors here. Then you need a cutter. I have a cutter here. This is a smaller one that I use in, anything that you can use to make. Oh, okay, you have 41, 40 size. Okay, so that is great. So that means you can do anything you want to do as far as you are um you are creative with your hands. So, but these are must-haves for this project: a scissors, or perhaps a cutter. If you don't have a cutter, no problem. But you need a scissors, you need a ruler. Yes, these are constants. Then you need a pen or something to use for outlining the size of your zippers, then you need a cardboard paper. I have one here which I have traced. So you place your feet on. Oh, you don't have ruler, then you need you have a tape rule. You may need you need to have a tape rule, because that will also guide you to know what you are measuring. Measuring is really important here, even though you're working from your home. So you need a cardboard paper, and this cardboard will serve as, it will be what you'll be using to trace on any of the cardboards, big and thicker cardboards that you have. Okay, let's move on. So this is another. I got this. This is another cardboard. This is a thicker one. This thick one, I traced it using this one. If you can see, they are lining. So I traced it using this one for my feet. Yes. So the same thing I did here. Now that is why you need scissors or a cutter. You need it to be able to trace and cut the size of your feet. Okay, hello. So please tell me where you're from. Andre from Netherlands. Any other person joining, please kindly tell me where you're from. Thank you so much. Okay, so now you need a pen. If you don't have, you need to, you need a pen. You actually need a pen. Yes, a pen will help you to, you know, have generate your ideas, sketch out the things you want to work. Okay, that's great. You have a pen. So sketch out the things that you need to work on, the style of the slippers you want to work on. But today, the scope of today's project, we need to have something like this. I went ahead offline to work on something like this. So you need to have a topper like this, a V, a V template. Oh, so you can see this V template. Now, everything I showed you earlier is what I worked on here. I got my beads. I was able to make this V template, and the beading technique is a right angle weave. Now, this right angle weave, right? You it is not compulsory that you must make this right angle weave. You can decide. If you don't know how to bead, you can decide, right, to to get a jean, cut off a jean, or stitch something, sew something that look like this, right? So once you get something that look like this, that will serve as a topper, that is what you are going to be working with. So let's assume you have an old jean that you don't want to wear any longer. So you can cut off the style that you want, because you will be needing a topper, that's for sure. So the beads here will serve, those beads here is what I used to create this one. So I created it in this shape. So that is that. Now, this is optional, but you need a paper tape. Is optional. Now, why is optional is because really you are going to use a paper tape to adhere on what you're working on. This is your first time, so evidently you may want to make some mistakes, some sharp edges. There may be some irregular areas here, so you need to have a paper tape to adhere some of them. Oh, okay, that's beautiful. You have a great one. So you need a paper tape to adhere to the 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 base of the zipper. So basically, that is that. Then there are a few other things that you need to have. You need to have a shoe glue. That is really important. That is constant K. You must have a shoe glue, because this shoe glue will help you. Hello, if you are joining us, please say hi and tell us where you are coming from, where you are watching us from. Thank you so much. So you need a shoe glue. You really need to have a shoe glue. Now, it is a no if you have if you want to use glues like this, a glue gun. No, This will not work at all. It will not adhere at all. Then perhaps you want to use U- UHU gum. No, 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 no. This will not work at all. Or any of these edible gums, or this glue. Nah, super glue. No, this will not work at all, at all, at all. What we need is a glue that can last, a glue that can adhere, and once it adheres, it can actually last. That is what we need. So I got this one off AliExpress. This is a kind of polyurethane glue. Oh, you can actually make a glue by yourself, a DIY glue, from the comfort of your home too. As far as you have styrofoam, or you have acetone, or xylene, you can make that, but you have to make sure that that place is well ventilated before you are able to make such a glue DIY. But I will employ, you can just go and get a thinner from any of these mechanical shops around in your local stores, and get a thinner, or ask them equally for glue. You will see lots of glues that they are really not cost effective, so you can easily get them and work on your projects. So I got this one. This is really handy and simple to make. So now we are done with the glue. Okay, there's another thing I did not tell you about. You will need a support system. Yeah, a support system. This is a copper wire. For a beading artist like me, I need a copper wire. My copper wire is really important. Now, this copper wire will ensure support of the zippers that I am working on. So as you can see here, I am using this one as an example. As you can see, the zippers. So I have a support, and I use a copper wire so that the zippers can last. I've actually tried all these things, so I know how this one works. If you do not add a copper wire, after some time it will just cut. But if you add a wire, it will ensure support, and you can wear it for a very long time. I have some that I wore for close to 3 years or thereabout. I wore it when I was in the university. I wore it for a very long time. So as I've tested it, I know that really this thing really works. Now, for this, to ensure that you don't harm your toe, your toe, I got an infusion set. I have an infusion set here. I bought an infusion set. So, and I have one that I have already opened. So I got it, so that will help me to pass the copper wires through, also the thread through. Now that is that. Every other thing there are optional. You will need your fabric of choice. So go for any fabric of choice. I have one here that I want to work on. The fabric. This is a fabric, a gray colored a maroon color fabric rather. So I'm sure that the camera is not doing justice to this. So this one is a maroon colored one. So go for a fabric of choice, or equally, if you have leather, you go for leather. So this is a leather. So you go for leather. Now, if you are done with that, the other things that are optional that I would like you to get are a brush that will need to pick your glue and spread. A spreader, you need a spreader. So this is serving as a spreader. Note you're working from your home, so you are not equipped with all the tools and accessories that cobblers use. So anything that does the work will always work. So this is a brush, and you need it. Then you need a little hammer to hammer. Once you glue it, you hammer it down. If you don't have a hammer, do not worry. You can go for any heavy object that you use to hammer these things down, you know, put them down. Then that is majorly that. Then you need a plier. If you don't have a plier, you need to get one. This will really come in handy. You may not know what you're going to use it for now, but once you start working, you need a hammer. Sorry, a plier rather. You need a plier. This is really important. Then finally, last but not the least, you need a shoe lace. Let's say you don't have a shoe lace, right? What are you going to do? You use your leg because you're working for yourself. You are doing this size. So it means that from time to time you'll be tracing with your leg. But if you have a shoe lace, no problem. This shoe lace you can actually make it. It's made out of wood. So if you can trace your leg, you can make it. Or you can use a silicone mold to make your own leg, your own leg. Is an easy thing to do. Let's assume you have silicone mold. You get the basic silicone mixers, and insert your leg there, pour in the silicone and get the mold for your slippers. This is quite easy to make. So once you are done, you make something like this that you can always be using from time to time. Yes, this one really works. So now that is really that. And the last but not the least, you need, this is optional though. This is quite optional. And this is a sole. It's quite optional. So if you have a sole, you can go for it. If you do not have a sole, you can just, you know, continue using the slippers. The slippers will work out well. So that is it for all the things that you are going to use to make the base slippers. I forgot to include, in case you want to, accessorize and make it very, very chic and fine, you can go for this. I bought this one. I took my time and I bought this. This is a heel, a wedge heel. So I want to add it. Oh, I have other ones that I've made. Let me quickly get other ones that I've made so that I will show you the plan. Excuse me. Okay, so this is one I made. I have started working on it. So if you notice earlier, these are the things I made. This is a CPAS, a bedroom CPAS that I lined with. So the plan now is this. Here is a plan. Is to glue it together. So that's the plan, to glue it together. So once I glue it together, that is all, right? So you can decide to size up this one or use a smaller, a very malleable sole, a very flexible sole to add to it, and then you're done. This is one I've done. Let me put it aside. So now there's one I want to show you. This is one I'm still working on it. So as you can see, now the plan is I want to add the heel to it, this heel. So I'm working on the heel. I want to add it to. So this is the heel. I want to add the heel to it. Once I'm done with the heel, and I want to add a sort of, that is the game plan. So the idea is to make this, make this one. Okay, so that is the idea. Something like they make it to be like a wedge. So you can say this. That is what I am working on. So that is the reason why I cut out the sole. It's intentional. I got them out. I have planned everything I need. So I don't want this live section to be too long. Let me recap everything that we have worked on. I'm looking for everything that we are going to work with. I need you to know that you can always get all these things at the comfort of your home. Oh yes, I have seen it. What I'm looking for. So now, for the first one, you need a topper. This is constancate. Here are the materials that you need to work on this project. You need a topper. A topper, as I explained to you, is this one. So first of all, get a topper, a V topper. If you if you're not adept with making this one, since you're just starting off, you get a fabric, an old fabric you're not using any longer. You just cut it off. That will serve as your topper. So you need a topper. Now, fabric of choice. If you do not have laid at home, you can get any fabric of choice and work on your fabric. So that fabric is what you are going to use to line the sole, the topper. Yes, you're going to use it to line the zippers itself that you traced out. As I told you earlier, place your feet on a cardboard, use a pen or pencil and trace, cut it off with a scissors, then get another thickened cardboard, a thick one like this. So once you get a thickened one, you now wrap it with the wrap it with the fabric of choice. So that is what you need for that. Then the next one, you need a scissors or a cutter. As I told you, I have you need a scissors or a cutter. These are really really important. You need to get a big scissors because sometimes if you have a smaller scissors, it's going to really be frustrating to cut, especially when you are cutting a zippers. Just imagine cutting the zippers. You see the width to cut, so it's going to really be difficult to cut. So you need a scissors or a cutter. These two, either of them. So anyone you have at home will suffice. Now you're going to also need a shoe glue. DIY glue will not work. That is actually something you need to pay attention to. DIY glue will not work. You need a shoe glue, and if you buy a good shoe glue, that will be better. Here is an alternative which I talked on in the previous live session I did. If you do not have a good shoe glue, you can get a thread, a shambala thread. There are these colorful, beautiful woven threads that you can use to tie your zippers together to make it really come out well. Since it's a zipper, a beaded zippers, since it's a zippers you're working with, so it's something you can wear at the comfort of your home. That means if you use that to tie it, it will really look so chic and well designed. So that is a hack you can employ. But nevertheless, you still need a shoe glue in case you want to replicate that work in it again. Then for the sole, for the sole of the slippers, that is the bottom part. This is the top part, the bottom part that you use to line it. That is this. You need a zippers. So easiest one, instead of going to buy soap that are not cut already, just get a zippers, trace it with your size shoe, with your shoe size, and cut. Once you cut, you're good to go. If you do not even want to cut, you can just use a zippers like that, and you are good to go. Now, finally, last but not the least, this is another thing also that you need. That is a copper wire. This copper wire is very, very important here. You need it to ensure support of your project. For instance, this is a copper wire. I have this one. I got it a while ago. I got it on AliExpress. And this copper wire, the size is 0.30 millimeter. Yes. So once you get this one, you can just it is very seamless and straight to the point. It's all about getting all these materials ready, and then you are ready to couple, and couple, assemble and couple, and then you're good to go. You've just gotten it. So this thing is quite a no-brainer. It's very chic and very cool. So, and I know that is something that anyone can do. So let me know in the comment section and see if there's anything that you are having issue that you are having. So let me know, do you have any question before we wrap up? I do not want this live session to really take so much of our time because I have another engagement, but I needed to show you the step by step, all the things you need. You need to get all these things ready before you start working on it. So first of all, get your materials ready. You need your topper. You need your AC pass. You need a trace, a pen, pencil, ruler, tape rule. You need a scissors. You need what else? You need a glue. Um, last but not the least, you need a support, which is a copper wire. So these are the major things that you need. And that is that for this section. Thank you so much for joining me and have fun beading. Yeah. So let me keep this aside, and then that I have worked on, I'm here to couple them. Um, first thing I did was I made a topper. Yes, as you can see, I made a topper. It is quite easy to work on. It is very, very easy. Just get the materials. The materials are things you can get at home. The only thing that I'll employ you to buy is maybe a shoe glue. You can get a glue from all these painting shows and stores, your local stores. You can get a shoe glue. So once you get it, then another thing is copper wire. Ensure to get a copper wire if you want to work on a bead like this. I'm going to do a real time how to make this one. This is very, very easy to work on. Then you need scissors, and you need a C-pass, something like this, and cutter. So that is it. Okay, thank you so much for your time, and we'll talk next week in our another live section. We'll discuss other things that are, you know, affecting us as creative enthusiasts. Have fun and choose.